Need a baby Afghan just like that? This only takes 3 hours. Let me show you how. In today's tutorial, we're going to explore this Afghan. This is called From the Middle. This is kind of like a granny square but with a slight twist on the way that the stitches are. You will notice from the look of this, it looks not really close to a granny square, but it's very similar to it. And because of that, it makes it very easy to follow if you're following along. This Afghan only took me 3 hours, just one afternoon in order to create. I used 3 different colors and really played with the ideas. I used a Bernat baby blanket yarn just like so. I used only 3 balls. And basically I could have got more out of these balls if I really wanted to, but because it's such a thick yarn, it's so soft, it's just, I wanted just not to make the Afghan that exceptionally huge. Without any further delays, I'm gonna give you the link and the more information of this video if you'd like to follow the written instructions, and of course you can stay tuned now in order to be able to follow along, because you will not believe how easy it is to make one of these. In today's tutorial, we're going to be using the Bernat baby blanket. I used 3 balls. You can see that these are relatively big balls, just like so, and I just used 3 colors. You can find these in your retailers, or of course you can always find it on yarnspirations.com at any time. We're also going to be using a size 10mm, size N crochet hook today in order to make this. So let's go over some of the specifics of the interior of this Afghan. First of all, I want to direct your attention to this pattern. It's a free pattern available. We have a link in the more information of this. You will notice that it says that 2 balls, 3 balls, 2 balls. You will notice that this is actually a different size ball than what you've seen on screen. This is a 100 gram. The ones that we're using are 300 gram, which are 3 times the size. And so when you're looking at these instructions, you're thinking to yourself, whoa, that's a lot of yarn. This is a different size yarn ball compared to what we're using in today's. So from the middle Afghan, this is the middle. We're gonna start here, and you can see that we're gonna start off with a really unique center, and then we're gonna build out. You will notice that this is actually 2 rounds, so 1 and 2, and then we're going to start off and we're going to go around again, and then it's 1, which is what you see here, and then 2 is the main. Now later on in this Afghan, I thought to myself, what does it look like if you start changing the colors every other line? And so basically, instead of being a solid color, so this should be like all green, I decided that I was just gonna make it so that it's all like random colors going out throughout, and it really truly is random. And then at the end I just kind of started coming back together and making them all solid once again, and then I just chased the border around with the single crochet. So either way, you can really play with your creativity. You have lots of yarn to work with, and so it's just a matter of doing it. So let's start off this Afghan. We're simply just gonna take one of the yarns. Look how thick it is. That's why it's a Bernat baby blanket. It's really thick. Let's just start off with the slip knot, and we are just gonna put it in, and look at the size of this hook. It's a size N, 10mm. We're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're just gonna simply just make a ring. So we're just gonna insert the hook into the first chain like so, and pull the yarn through that one and that one to leave you the big center piece, just like so. And take this straggler and just kind of wrap it around, and in the next round we're gonna trap that underneath so you never see it. To begin the first round, we're simply just going to chain up 1 first, and we're going to single crochet into the center of this ring. So insert the hook into the ring and pull through, and then just single crochet, and then we're going to chain 3. So this is an actual corner that we're creating. So 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna come back into the center of the ring again and going to single crochet. Okay, and then we're gonna chain 3 again, which will be another corner. So 1, 2, and 3. Coming back in to the center of the ring for a single crochet. And so you're creating all 4 corners by doing this. So let's do it again. So chaining 3, 1, 2, and 3. Coming back into the center of the ring for a single crochet. So if we're looking at it now, we have 1 corner, another corner, another corner, so we're missing 1. So chaining 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we simply just join that one to the beginning single crochet that you started with to finalize round number 1. So just slip stitch, and you can see all 4 corners are now in with the nice interior circle ring. Let's start the next round. Now we cannot start where we are right now. We have to slip stitch to the next space that we're gonna run into over here, and we're just gonna slip stitch. So just grab the yarn, pull through and through, and now you're officially ready to go. So we're gonna chain up 3 first. So 1, 2 and 3, and we're simply just going to put 2 more double crochets into that space. So 1, so this is the big round, this is what grows really quickly. So we have 2, and now we're about to turn a corner, so we're gonna chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3, and we're gonna put 3 double crochets into that same corner space. Okay, it gets easier when the afghan gets bigger in order to hold things into position. So there you go. So just like so. So now what we're just gonna do is that we're just gonna start and do the next corner. So we're not chaining like we normally would in granny squares. We're just simply just gonna come into the next space on the other side, and basically we're just going to start again. So we're gonna create another corner. So it's 3 double crochet to start with. Just like so. And then chaining 3, 1, 2 and 3, and then coming into the same space so we can turn that corner. So, okay, so we're putting in 3 more double crochets in. Okay, so we've officially turned the corner there. So you can see one corner is here in the bottom, another corner is here. We simply just come to the next space that's available and we turn another corner because we're in the very center, right? So that's 3 double crochet again. And then we're gonna chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3, coming into that same corner space. We're gonna put 3 more double crochets. Very easy, right? So you don't really have to think much about it. And now we have the final corner. You can see that 3 sides are now done. We're gonna do the final corner. So just grab this next corner space, 3 double crochet again. Okay, and then chaining 3, 1, 2, 3, coming in, finishing that corner. Okay, and so there's gonna be 3 double crochets there as well. And now we're ready to come back. So we started off where we did, and we have all corners. So now we're just gonna slip stitch to the top of the beginning, chaining 3 that we started with. And you can fasten this off if you'd like to change colors. To fasten off this yarn, this is how I would do it. Simply just grab your scissors and trim your yarn and just pull the yarn through like so. And it's really thick yarn too, so you just want to weave it in and out of a few of the stitches. So in the next round we can actually totally catch this. In the first round right now I would actually physically turn the corner with the straggler. So go all the way to the point where you're going around the corner. So just put it into some chain work, because as soon as you come into the next round everything gets trapped into these corner spaces anyway. And I would turn the corner at this point, and then I would fasten off right about here. So you can just simply just trim it at this point. I'm gonna trim my original right in the beginning, and you don't even see my loose ends at this point. And we're gonna start on your next color to keep this pattern moving along. So let's begin our next round. We actually finished off right here in the very start that when we did that, and if you want to keep this color continuous you actually have to slip stitch to the corner spot if you're going to do so. If you're not and you want to join on new yarn, which what I'm doing right now is that I'm just going to create a slip knot just like so, insert it into the hook, and I'm going to attach it to a corner space right here. So I'm just gonna come in right to a corner and pull through so it's attached. And what I want to do is I want to leave this straggler down on top so I can trap things into position. To start off with we want to chain 1 first, and then we're going to single crochet to finalize. So that's the first half of the corner. So I'm just gonna move things over. So to complete this corner I need to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. You want to do that every time you're on a corner, and then single crochet again. So every corner of this afghan will always have 1 single crochet in, chaining 3, 1 single crochet. Now we need to jump across to the top to the other side, so we're going to chain 3 first, 1, 2 and 3, and all we just need to do is insert the hook to in between the groups of 3. Right in. Insert the hook and single crochet. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We're now on another corner, so we're gonna start off with a single crochet first, then chain 3 and then single crochet again, and that completes that corner. And now we're going to move along the next side. So 1, 2, 3, come into the groups of 3. Doesn't matter which row you're on for these, even if there's more distance between the corners, that always doesn't change. So it's 1, 2 and 3. Coming into the next corner is just 1 single crochet, chain 3 and 1 single crochet. Another side, so we have 1, 2 and 3. Coming up, and we just see where the split is, right in the middle. We're just going to insert a single crochet there, and then 1, 2 and 3. Next corner, so it's single crochet, 1, 2 3, single crochet, then 1, 2 3. Whoops, I should actually get that third one in, and then come into the next space. And now we're about to finish up because the next corner already has your information there. It already has your stitches. So we're just going to chain 3 first, 1, 2, 3, and then simply just slip stitch to the beginning single crochet to finalize off that round. And so now you've officially gone all the way around, and this is a smaller layer, and now the next layer is gonna play within the new gaps that you've created. So here's the next layer I'm about to show you. I'm gonna use the same color, so we need to slip stitch because right now we're just slip stitch to the beginning single crochet, so we need to slip stitch to a gap first to begin. So every round is kind of like this. It's the way that we're starting, and it doesn't change. So 1, 2 and 3, we're gonna create a chaining of 3 and then 2 double crochets. We want to turn our corner, so we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, 3. It's just like what you've already done with that green, and you're gonna come back into that same space and you're going to double crochet 3 more times, and that completes that corner. So now the only difference between the green one and this round is that you're gonna work within the spaces here. So you immediately just jump over and just put in 3 double crochets in. So normally in granny squares you would have chained 1 first. In this case you're not. You're just simply just filling it completely in. And these groups here are keeping the groups separate. See how that's keeping a space there? So it's easy to maintain this pattern. So we just simply 3 double crochets again into the next gapping space that you can find. Okay, and now we have a corner space. So what are we gonna do there? 3 double crochet. Okay. We need to turn the corner, so we're gonna do a chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3, and then coming back into that same space. So I think that you're pretty well gonna understand this pattern. Go all the way around, and then I'm gonna show you how I did my single crochets in this pattern going all the way around. When you come all the way back around, you're just gonna be on your last gapping space. You've already done your corner, so you're just gonna slip stitch to the top of the beginning chain, just like so, and then you're gonna fasten off. So if you're keeping your colors, you don't need to fasten off, but if you're changing, because it looks pretty cool if you do change your colors, you're just gonna fasten off. Now this time I'm not gonna go all the way around the corner. I'm just gonna weave it in just through a few. My goal is to get it in between this spacing over here, and then by doing so, when you go to wrap your single crochet around that space, it kind of locks it and holds it into position as you're working on it, and then it will just eventually kind of lock into itself, so you don't have to worry about it being pulled apart. So that's what I would do on that case. So I'm gonna show you how I did the single crochet all the way around. So I got rid of that. Is there any more loose ends? Yes, just right where I started. And so this is what it looks like. So look how much I've done already, and it's already been a really quick tutorial. So look at the size of my hand. it goes that quick, and that's why it's only at 3 hours. So let's show you how to do single crochet around this. To do single crochet, all you just need to do is that we need to join on our new yarn. I'm not gonna create a slip knot this time because it will make a visual difference. So I'm just gonna pull through a corner, and I'm just going to grab the yarn that's going to the yarn ball only and pull through, and I'm going to single crochet then into that space. Okay, so basically here's your straggler down here. I want to trap it underneath the remaining, and I just want to single crochet 2 more times into the corner space. Okay, we had chaining of 3 there anyway. This is gonna balance. So on the top of each one of the double crochets, all you just need to do now is just single crochet around. Okay, very easy. Now you have a choice, and basically see how these two are coming together. I would just single crochet right over top to pull it together like this. So I would not go in between what you have already done before in the last round. How we went in between, I wouldn't do that on this round. It keeps it more consistent on the edge, and so you just continue to go all the way around. I'm almost at the other corner. I want to show you what to do there. Just like so, and when you get there, you're just gonna put in 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, and 3, and then just turn it and just start in the next one and just go all the way around just like so. Really easy, right? Okay, when I come back I'll fasten off, and then this is tutorial done for today. When you get all the way back around, you've already done your 3 single crochets into the corner. Just slip stitch to the beginning single crochet just like so. Pull everything together. Let's just trim off our yarn at this time, and I would pull it up like so, and then just loop through and pull it tight. That just locks it onto itself, and now it's just a formality of hiding in the loose ends. So I'm just gonna weave them in and out of the stitches for about a couple inches. And that would be how you do from the middle Afghan. This is a really fun Afghan. It goes really quick. If you're a person that likes to see instant gratification and your project's done really quick, this is one of those projects where that's very possible on there. And if anybody surprises you with a baby shower, you got a project that you can do relatively easily and being able to hand it over in a gift. So this is how you do from the middle baby Afghan. And thanks so much on behalf of yarnspirations.com as well as the Crochet Crowd. We'll see you.